I don't think so. If it's as confidential as that, it probably should wait until work tomorrow.
It's about Wilkinson.
Oh, have the police caught her?
No, I had a call from them just before I left the prison. They've checked all her known associates, but there's no sign of her.
And?
Well, I wondered if you, as governor, might not have some information that we're not aware of.
I'm sorry, I don't know any more than you do. Maybe less.
Well, I haven't the slightest idea. It's just that she's got the little girl with her. God knows what risks she's already exposed her to. I want to see her caught before anything serious happens.
You obviously agree with the court that the girl's an unfit mother?
No, not really. What she did was pretty stupid, but it was only because she loves the child. I think if the court had granted custody, she'd have been a good mother.
Maybe you should have said so in court.
I didn't get the chance.
What sort of counselling did she have?
She had an excellent solicitor.
Not legal. I meant a sociologist.
I would have thought the most important thing was good legal advice.
Maybe, but the decision still went against her.
Do you think you could have done more?
Oh, we'll never know, will we?
You social workers really get to me.
What's that mean?
It means that if you and your do-good cronies were doing your job properly, the crime rate wouldn't be quite so high, particularly among your own people.
I think it's time we changed the subject.
Like hell. She wants to talk facts and figures. She wants to talk about the black crime rate. Why don't you check your precious facts and figures and see the kind of so-called crimes most of those blacks are locked up for?
Oh, I don't have to. Drunken, disorderly, assault, break and enter.
Let me tell you a story. Journalist went to do a feature story on a black settlement, a mission. Trouble was he couldn't find anything to write about. They were all ordinary, boring people who just happened to be black. So he went away and came back that night with a truckload of grog. Ended up a full-scale riot with half the population in jail. And he got a great story.
No one forced them to drink the stuff.
That's right. And if they were silly enough to fall for an obvious con like that, maybe they deserved what they got. My point is, that journalist knew exactly what he was doing. He should have been strung out by the thumbs. Instead, he got an upgrading. You tell me where the justice is in that.
Sure, there are two sides to the story. But I didn't come here to argue politics. If Wilkinson should get in touch with you, would you be kind enough to let me know?
It's hardly likely. See what happens. Sorry. You had every right to be angry.
Don't you see? If we're going to get anywhere, we need honesty on both sides. Want to hear a joke? What's black and white, black and white, black and white?
I don't know.
A boong fighting a seagull for a chip. What's black and tan and looks good on a boong? A Doberman. Two boongs fall over a cliff. One weighs 60 kilos, the other 100. Who hits the ground first? Who cares? You're not laughing, Anne.
Of course not. Those jokes are sick.
Yes, and the sickest thing of all is that they all have an element of truth. There are blacks scrounging in the gutters for scraps. And there are people who'd love to set their dogs on us. And there's sure as hell plenty of people who couldn't give a stuff if every one of us fell over a cliff. If the day ever comes when you and I can laugh about jokes like that, knowing there's no truth in them, then we know we've made it. But that day is a long way off and coming, and there's still a lot of prejudice to be broken down.
I know. I'm just glad I don't have to do it. I don't envy you your job.
I look on the bright side. At least I don't have to work with Joan Ferguson.
Well, if you want to put it that way, what a swap.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm so sorry, Princess. I know that this is an awful thing to put a little girl through. At least we're together. And it won't be for long. We'll find somewhere.
I was hoping we'd hear some word of Wilkinson and her daughter during the night, but there's been nothing.
Oh, it's an awful thing to say, but I almost hope she gets away with it.
Yes, I know what you mean, but it's the little girl I'm worried about.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Anything wrong?
No? I met Mrs. Reynolds' friend Pamela Madigan last night. She's a lovely lady.
Oh, yes, excellent reputation. People speak very highly of her and her work.
Well, Mrs. Reynolds obviously thinks a lot of her. They seem quite close.
Yes, well, frankly, I would have thought Mrs. Reynolds had more taste. But on second thoughts, maybe it's not so surprising.
What's got into you?
Oh, a bit of good old-fashioned racism, that's what.
Oh, well, why not? I mean, I've had to work for everything I've got. They just cry persecution and we hand it all to them on a plate. My taxes pay for it.
Oh, Rodney, that's a bit strong.
Look, if they want it, let them earn it. Most of them are too drunk to care anyway.
Oh, what a dreadful thing to say.
That'd be about all I'd expect from you.
Oh, that's enough. I can hear you through the building. If you two want to argue, do it in your own time. When Stout, you're supposed to be on muster.
Yes, miss, on my way.
Wasn't Delia's fault. She was provoked.
Thought you were off duty.
Oh, yes, I'm on my way.
Just a minute.
What?
A word with you. It's time we had a talk about Maxwell and you.
I have to get to work.
All right, you do that and I'll tell the governor how you helped her escape.
You what?
Don't act the innocent. I know a lot more than you think. Like the call to the police. I just saw her out of Red Hill. It's that I'm anti-euthanasia.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you? Well, let's go and see the governor then.
Look, I had nothing to do with Maxwell's escape, and you can't prove that I did.
You and Maxwell have been working together, and a lot more. So, are you going to tell me what I want to know? Because maybe, just maybe, you'll have a job tomorrow.
Perfectly all right, Ivan. Just go to work.
No, I'm not leaving you here all upset like this.
We'd hear something. I'm so frightened that something's happened to Zoe.
Look, it won't have. The police will find them soon. This could be some news now.
I'll get it.